honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, yard dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
55. Watch the backer. Sling. Switch.
Hey, Orbit. Get it.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch QB's up. Check safety. Check.
Five. Hit it.
Now Gurley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Three buzz.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Mahoney. Campbell making the catch. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go out. General West. Hey, Foxtrot.
Switch.
Hey, lock it. Go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Powers through. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
8, read.
54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Bravo.
Watch the slant. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
5.
On 3rd down, Mahoney. And Adams has it. Good play. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Down. 30 base.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hey, Charlie. Leap river.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Ready? Check. 55 to mine. Check. 55 to mine. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
All day. Hatchet.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahoney. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I'm scared.
Let's go.
From the gun, Mahoney. And he's going to go down again. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
It's been a long day for you.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Got a man. It's Brown. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get it.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Greystone, travel.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
To throw on second down. Mahoney trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Joker.
Hurry, hurry.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
There. Shoot.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Mahoney looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you have to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go!
Check 4.
Leo! Protein spill!
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Gurley. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. You don't want this.
Back to throw. Mahoney. Pass incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check 3.
Hey, exit!
One set. Check Mike 54.
Ready?
To throw again. Mahoney. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Hey, Steve 6.
Twist. Check 31.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Mahoney. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Off the play fake. Mahoney, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go. Check 55 to Mike. Down to lose 1.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 50, go. Watch the pass. Mike 50, come on. 55. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Hurd. 12 yards there and a first down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Mike 55. Check.
Murray now on first down. This will be caught by Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hustle. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw on 3rd down. Murray. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This one from 48 yards away. I don't think this will even... Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
A final shot before break. Mahoney looking for Campbell downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Murray. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got you. I got
you. From the gun, Mahoney. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, my 7.
54 right there.
2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Come get X3. 218, chopper.
He don't want it. Check. Kill. Hey, check 24. Check 3. Watch twist.
80 weapon.
He's coming. We got double up.
5.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Check 52.
Here's Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahoney. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18.
On the play. That's good for a 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yo, under 10, under 10, 10. Check, 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 check.
Get it.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A 33-yard attempt.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. The best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Show switch, switch, switch. Hey, watch it, watch it.
And it's Michel once again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On the ready. Mike 55, Mike 55. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He finds his man Johnson. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
Let's go.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Murray now on 1st down. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Me and you, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Murray now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. following the fumble recovery. Mahoney, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Ja'Kai Polite able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Go!
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Operating from the gun. Mahoney. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Again, it's Michelle. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friends.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
6-6, pull it high.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Go.
Throwing again. Mahoney. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
I'm letting you know right now, you better fight.
Looking to throw. Mahoney. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. To return is McKenzie. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check, check. Press down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Come on, set. Get to Pittsburgh. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Back. Let's go. Come on.
Alert 3. Watch out.
Following the penalty, Michelle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
I got him.
56. Mike's 56. Defense wins championships, baby.
From the gun, Murray. Johnson's got it complete. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 22. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go. It's free. Check 26.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Chance, my chance, my chance. Wait. Off. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Yeah. Mike's 56. Mike's 50. Chin up.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Mike 56.
To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Murray sets to throw on fourth. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, they'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Check.
First down, Buffalo.
Check. Lucky.
On first down, Michelle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.